One person was like, if you're going to do an arena the right way, it could cost you upwards of $1 million. And I was like, well, this ain't for me. What is up, YouTube? So as you guys can see, things have changed. I haven't posted on YouTube for a while, at least not about the ranch. And I'm opening up another project. We're going to get some more videos about the house, but that's kind of slowed down, moved in. There's some things that haven't been finished, haven't gotten around to it because we all know, when you move in somewhere and life happens, you don't really finish all the little stuff. So I'm still getting going on that. But what I want to talk to you guys about is this right here. This is the round pin / turnout / mini arena that we are going to bring Theo home to. And if you guys don't know who Theo is the new horse. He's a 5-year-old gelding. He's an awesome horse. The whole reason we bought all this land that we have here is because we wanted to bring animals home. We wanted to have livestock. We wanted to have the ability to come out and ride and go on trail rides all across here and really just do what I grew up doing and what I wanted to create for my family here in Texas. So I want to talk about how I did this because most of you know, sometimes you don't have the money to do something. Sometimes you got to figure out a way to get something done in the meantime as you save money to do it the official way. So I started out with building this round pin with some scrap that I had left over from a build project that I did. And I actually used 2x6 doubled up as my posts. Now I'm actually going to cap these with some liquid flash from Huber Wood, and I'm going to kind of paint the whole thing to kind of help it last longer because obviously raw wood exposed is going to be a problem. But overall it's 2x6s sunk into the ground I would say about 2 feet into the ground, concrete poured around them, and then 2x10s on the bottom 3 rails, and then we have a 2x6 going across the top rail. The reason we made it about 5 feet tall, 5.5 feet tall, is because this will be kind of a training arena. It's small. It's 100 by 100. Obviously, it's a circle, but it's 100 from one side to the other side. And it'll be used as a round pin, but also as a riding arena for training horses or for taking lessons and learning how to ride. So we wanted it to be a high fence. We wanted it to be safe. We wanted it to be sturdy. So that's what I did here. This was all clay. I dragged it. I scraped it. I actually threw out some Jonathan Green, I think it's called Love Your Soil, which is something that actually it puts in some organics and gets the pH level of your dirt right, which kind of loosens it up and stops it from being so clay and hard to break up. So I did that about a week ago. It's rained a couple times. I picked up some rocks. I drug it again. I'm gonna have to pick up some more rocks. But then we'll probably use it for a little bit, nothing extreme. Obviously you're not gonna work horses in here like crazy. But you will be able to come in here and ride. But we're gonna bring in some footing here soon. Probably just your typical arena mix, which we have here locally in Texas. It's just they mix some sand with some other dirt, which gives it a nice consistency that holds just the right amount of moisture to cut down on dust, to give you a nice soft footing, but it also can drain. So we're gonna probably add some of that as finances permit. We'll add some soil to this and kind of get it up to par. But this is just the beginning. Right here where you can kind of see where we've measured out. There's going to be 2 stalls here where this tape is. And I'm figuring out what stalls I'm going to use for this because they're quite expensive. If you know, metal prices in general are expensive. So the arena I'm not too worried about. This isn't going to be our main arena. So if I'm being honest with y'all, I'm not too worried about the longevity of this. If this can last me 5-10 years, that's what I need. If you look way up there at the top, that's actually where the main arena is going to go, the full-sized arena is going to go, and that's what I'm wanting to spend the money on. But in the time being, I want to get my horse here. I want to bring my horse home. I want him to be able to acclimate to our lifestyle, our land, our environment. So I put this up with just stuff that I had, and I do want my stalls to be done properly because the stalls are something that I'll use no matter what. If I have a horse, they're going to be in the stall. So I want to get something that'll work for that. So we're working on that. But overall, guys, this is what I've been doing with the property. There's been a lot of land clearing, a lot of just little things going on, whether it's clearing trees. I don't know if you guys know, we dug out a pond down there. We're working on getting, you know, a bunch of stuff done, and I'm going to keep updating you guys with some videos and really talk through what we're doing to get this done. As I was looking for arena ideas and input, I couldn't find anybody on YouTube that made a video about how to create a DIY arena. Everything that I saw was a minimum $20,000, you know, $40,000, $80,000. One person was like, if you're gonna do an arena the right way, it could cost you upwards of $1 million. And I was like, well, this ain't for me. So I'm doing it in a way that's affordable, that'll get the job done. It's not, I wouldn't say it's ideal, but I'll tell you this right now, most of the time things that aren't ideal still get the same amount of work done, right? Maybe it's not what you want to brag about, maybe it's not what you want to write home about, but it's going to get the job done. It's going to get me my horse on my property. It's going to get me to being able to get on him and enjoy him and ride him, and for me to get better and for me to kind of get in tune with, you know, riding again. I haven't ridden in a long, I mean, I've ridden recently, but I haven't ridden in a long time previous to, you know, the last little while. So use what you have, use what you can do. Obviously pay attention to your horse, pay attention to, you know, what you need. Like footing is important. You want to make sure your horse isn't getting hurt. They're not uncomfortable. They're not going to be sore. But overall, you do also want to work within your parameters. You don't need to have the most expensive footing. You don't need to have an arena that drains perfectly. You don't need to insert a massive drain system. You don't need to, you know, bring in, you know, 700 cubic yards of you know, filtered dirt or arena dirt or sand or whatever else. Sometimes if you can only afford a couple trucks, try to make your land as nice as possible with what you have and slowly add to it. I'm probably going to get a couple trucks here when I can afford that, spread it around, it'll be good. And then when I have a little more money, I'll add a couple more trucks and spread it around, it'll be good. And then whenever my fencing goes out, one, it's wood, which means I can replace it, I can fix it as things go wrong, if they go wrong. But it's the way for me to get it done. So anyway, guys, if you want to know more, I'm going to be figuring out my stalls. I'm going to be figuring out the dirt. I'm going to be spreading the dirt. I'm going to document this for you guys. So if you want to hit the like button, hit the subscribe, ask me any questions in the comments below. If you have any ideas, concerns, or just ways that you've done it, I'd be more than happy to hear them. But this is kind of the direction my content's going, is just developing the ranch and figuring out how things are going to be working. Now that, as you guys can see, the house is built in the background, there's a few things that I still have to do. But overall, you know, I've been living it for about a year now, and it's been amazing. So anyway, guys, like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. I appreciate you.